Hey friends, today I wanted to talk about NBA Top Shots. So we've talked about NFTs a couple different times here on the channel. They're a super interesting method for transferring ownership, certification, or verification of authenticity, all that kind of stuff. One of the ideas that has come up in the comments a couple times is this idea of applying the NFT mechanism to trading cards. Whether it be part of a game like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone, where there's a verifiable authentication that happens with a rare card or a specific card that has certain power-ups and is limited, or in the case of baseball cards, basketball cards, etc. So NBA Top Shots is a basketball card thing. It's connected with the NBA, and it's officially licensed and all that. I think it is a fantastic insight into what NFTs can be. I hope they continue to kind of blossom into. So rather than selling cards, they're selling moments. And these moments are basically highlights of really cool plays from across the league. And they have rookie cards like they would in real cards. They have like Top Shot Premier, like the first time that this card has been, or this player has a card present. So I wanted to walk you through it because, one, if you're into basketball, you probably already know about it. It's in beta, but still it's been a pretty popular thing that's been really well received. But I also wanted to walk you through a couple of the things that I've learned as I've been doing this over the last maybe month or so. I jumped in, bought a pack, and really began learning some of the tips and tricks that are going on there. So let's do it. Let me show you, what I've learned. So this is it. This is the Top Shot website. You'll find that they have packs and they also have eligibility. And so it's actually kind of tricky. I feel like I got super lucky right out of the gate. I wanted to buy a pack, saw that a pack was dropping, and I was like, cool, I'll get a pack. And then I got a pack. And then I started reading that a lot of people are having a real hard time finding packs, like not finding them, getting them, because they're limited drops and things like that. So be patient, give it some time. You'll figure out how to like get into that ecosystem, but be checking back. Sign up for their email list is really helpful, because then they'll send you emails about when the drops are happening. So so this is it. They have certified ballers. Honestly, I don't fully know what that means, but they have certified ballers. And then I chose my team as the Charlotte Hornets. I've not rooted for basketball in a really long time, but in middle school, I liked the Charlotte Hornets, and so I was like, "What the heck? Why not?" And then also, I've been seeing their highlights on Instagram, and their commentators are so fun. So I'm a Hornets fan. And then so what they'll do then is, once you choose your team, they're going to show you moments from those, or from that team. And so in this case here, let's do PJ Washington. So it loads, and then you'll see a couple things. First, you'll see the highlight. I mean, how cool is this? Like, it's like a highlight. Like, it's video clips from all these different angles of this play. Like, that's pretty sweet. So as a sports fan in general, I'm really more of a baseball guy than anything. Man, I'm just thinking back when I was a kid, if I could get, Dwight Gooden or Darryl Strawberry. My brother was a Mets fan. Thinking about early Barry Bonds, like, that's incredible. Or even today, some of the young guys coming up, Tatis Jr., like, oh man, there'd be some really, really cool things that are going on. So I'm super hooked on the concept. And so a couple things that you'll see on this page, just to give you a little bit of context around what the Top Shots are about. So you have your player, you have the type of play. They have assist, three-pointer, handles, I think is one of them, dunk. And then you'll see cool cats. They have different series. And so the different series are just different series. It's kind of like any baseball card or any sports card would have different series as a part of it. And then it has the number. So this is a number of whatever number it is, depends on the number that you end up buying. But it's like the serial number of 10,000. So there's only 10,000 of them that were released or minted, to use the NFT language. And then currently you'll see it says sold by however many people, and then however many collectors have it for sale. So right now there are 781 collectors that are selling a total of 815 of them. The lowest ask, so that means the cheapest I can buy it for, is $29. And then the most expensive is $58. Now you may wonder, what in the world is the difference? It's the same digital replay that I'm buying, digital replay, whatever. So really a lot of it's born out of serial number. And to be honest, it's so early in the process with all this that people are still trying to figure out what a fair valuation is or what's a compelling valuation. So this one for 30 or for $29 is number 2756 out of 10,000. So it's a pretty low serial number, which is nice. Let me go to the highest one here. So let's go lowest ask and then descending. So this guy right here, they're asking $250,000 and it's serial 4980. That doesn't make any sense. The only exception is that, these are all ridiculous. So these prices are they're silly. And so that's kind of what you find with some of these moments. One of the things that has proven to be valuable, if it's number one, it tends to be more valuable, the first mint. Or if it's the number of the player, that's another really interesting one. And so this guy, let me see what number he is. There we go. Let's let it play again. So LaMelo is number 2. Okay, 25. So he's number 25. So number 1 would be worth money, and then number 25 would tend to be worth more money. And so some of these other ones, people are just listing it for a silly price and whatever. That's fine. They could do their thing. And so then you can select and buy if you really like PJ Washington and you really want the Cool Cats card, that's fine. And then it tells you the details around the collectible edition size. That's another thing that contributes to value. And so this one, there's only 10,000, which means it's more limited than many other ones. And then another thing that's really cool here, evaluate.market will help you get a sense of the value of some of these cards as well. So again, we're early on and we're learning a lot of this stuff, and then it gives you stats around the player. And then it's kind of cool. This one, it doesn't show. Let's see here. Yeah. So here you can actually see the sales, the latest sales, and then the top sales. And so this one right here, so series 2, okay, this is 111. So there's some reason that's valuable to somebody, but they paid $211 for it. Over here, this one, I have no idea why they would pay that for this number, because we got a lower number. So there's some rationale that's going in to some of these, valuations. And then the top sales, you can see 5,800 was the highest one sold, and that was for the number 1. So if you open a pack and you get number 1, man, that's fantastic. You have a pretty good shot of having something decently valuable. So it's kind of an overview of what you're actually getting here in these packs. Okay. So let's say I have a pack that I'm going to open for you. I'm going to do that in just a second. But let's say that I really want a certain player. So I'm going to say LaMelo. I don't know why. No, let's do Blake Griffin. I'm a big fan of LaMelo too. I think he has potential to be a really good player. Okay, so Blake Griffin here, he's got 2 moments. Now, neither one was rookie year, obviously, because he's not a rookie. But this little icon down here says play featured is the player's first available on NBA Top Shot. So this is the first time he's had a moment on NBA Top Shot. And so that differentiates this from any other one, because no other one will be the first one. And so theoretically, there's the potential for this one to have a little bit more value because it's the first one. So it's almost like a rookie card, but like a rookie card for their first time on Top Shot. So that's an indicator of something, a thing to look for. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a filter. And then what you can see is you can see different tiers. There's common, rare, legendary, and ultimate. Then there's different badges. So this is what I was talking about. Top Shot debut, rookie premiere, rookie year, or rookie mint. And so let's do these 3. These are the ones that I'm really intrigued by, because I think they have the potential for becoming, if the player becomes a good player, this to me is something that's really, I'm applying the same logic as normal cards, where a rookie card is going to be really valuable. So let's look at Xavier Tillman here. So this one is a dunk. You can see here, only 4,000, so it's pretty limited. $35 is the ask price for the lowest one. And then you're getting a 3-star rookie, which means it has all of the rookie badges, and also it's the Top Shot debut. So in my opinion, if you think that Xavier Tillman is going to be a solid player long-term, this is actually a really good card to buy, because he has all of the things that I would assume are valuable when it comes to Top Shots over time. First time he's on Top Shot, and he's all 3 of the rookie ones. So it's like rookie card, and rookie Top Shot. So, man, that's pretty sweet. So I don't know who this guy is. Like, I don't follow basketball enough to really be deep into it. I'm getting there, but so that's kind of a brief overview of marketplace. And you can look for anybody, look for LeBron James, look for, whatever, whoever you want. And then we have community. Community is really interesting because there's a lot of, you can watch videos of people opening packs, which is kind of a cool like social feature. There's showcases, so you can create a showcase. I created one. I forget what it's called, the Future, I think. It's got LaMelo and then Cole Anthony, I think. And then active challenges. This is something I want to kind of draw your attention to if you're getting into this space. So hustle and show, it'll say 0 of 8. What this is, there's a series of cards that are called hustle and show. So what they do is they say, collect these 8 cards, which you're going to have to buy from the marketplace, at least some of them. I actually had Alex Caruso, who I'm a huge fan of. I sold it because I think it's going to be worth more money now because it's part of an active challenge. If you collect those 8 when the challenge ends, then you get this card right here, or this this moment. Now, here's what's interesting. This moment will only be available by completing this challenge. You're not going to get it in a pack. You're not going to get it any other way. Now, you can buy it from the marketplace, obviously, after the fact. So what's interesting is they're really, and this took me a little bit of time to figure out. They're really pushing the movement of cards, or the movement of moments. And so when you go to sell a card, let's do that actually, collection. So here are my moments right now. I have Aaron Gordon, Cole Anthony, and LaMelo Ball. I've sold the other ones. So when I go to Aaron Gordon and I go place for sale, you can do pricing helper and I'll tell you how much they're going for. I'll do this just so you can see. Whoa, $3. Holy smokes. These things keep dropping in value. That's crazy. You were getting like 7 or 8 like base for most cards. So to see it all the way down to 3 is crazy. So let's say I wanted to list it for, sorry, let me go back here. Aaron Gordon. There we go. Place for sale. Okay. So let's say I'm going to sell it for $6. You'll see here marketplace fee, 5%. So every time you sell a card, Top Shots is taking 5% off of the sale. Now, that's fine. I don't care. You made the service. You do what you want to do. But what's interesting is I'm noticing all of the events are really pushing the movement of cards, the transaction of cards, because every time a card transacts, they're making more money. And so they're just going to keep making money. So now you think about the NFTs that we've been talking about. The NFTs we've been talking about are really focused on, in my view, one of the real cool features of them is that the artist continues to get revenue based on future sales. And so that's essentially what they're doing here is, so I bought a pack for $14. That's how I got into the ecosystem. And then anytime I sell anything, they've already made the $14 off of my transaction. Then they're getting 5% off of every card. And if it's worth $1,000, they're getting 5%. If it's worth $3, they're getting 5%. And then a new challenge comes out, and all of a sudden the cards, one, go up in value, and also people are trying to buy them. And so it's a brilliant strategy to try to encourage the movement of these different moments. Now, I'm having fun. I'm just trying to make money. That's not exactly true. When I first got in, I was trying to make money. I was like, how much can I stretch this $14 to become? And I think I've done a pretty good job. The LaMelo card was about 70. The Cole Anthony card was about 20, and I have about $40, a little less now, maybe $35 in my Dapper account, which is essentially your wallet that's kind of connected to the service. So I've turned $14 into maybe 110, and then I have another pack that I'm about to open. And so when I first did this, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a real fun way for me to get in and play around with this and kind of make some money. I'm gonna be honest, man, they got me. They got me good. Because now I'm buying. I bought this LaMelo card because I'm like, I think LaMelo is going to be a stud over the years. So I bought it with money that I had kind of made over time, but now it's back into a card again. So I'm actually having a lot of fun and I'm learning a lot more. I'm getting back into the NBA. And I think that's kind of the power of a cool system. When you have a really cool system or program or collectible or whatever it is, it's not a competitor of the actual product itself. So it's not like, oh, I care more about the cards than I do the actual the NBA. So in this case, it's actually pushing me toward the NBA, and I'm getting to know all these young players, and it's reigniting a real enjoyment of watching the game. So it's super cool to see that happen. I love when that kind of stuff all works together. Now, the Major League Baseball came out with a similar thing, but I mean, from everything I've seen, it's just not nearly as good. It's not as refined. There's all these extra complex terms. And I think, user interface is always going to be the challenge for cryptocurrency in general. And specifically the NFTs, it's things like lazy.com. Like when those come out and they give you a place to showcase your NFTs, you're breaking down a barrier of complexity and you're making this more accessible to people. And so Top Shots has nailed it, man. It is so easy and it's fun. I can share it with people who aren't into crypto and they get it. They're like, that's cool. And they enjoy it. And, it's a really cool thing. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a pack. So you can see here, different ones are sold out. So this one drops on the 14th. This is the one that I just picked up. I think this is where I find my packs. Let's see what happens. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. So they're always selling out. So that's a thing. There we go. Join the drop. I already did it. Okay. Let's go here. So over here, you can see this is like transaction history. You can see the different sales that I've made if it pops up. I'm going to mention this just because it's worth mentioning. It's beta. So there's all these little like hiccups that happen. So here you can see the different cards that I've sold. So I purchased a pack here for $14. I bought Cole Anthony for 21. And then I sold some of the moments that I got in my pack. So that's typically the way people are doing it, is they're buying a pack. In my case, I'm buying a pack. I'm getting cards of players that I'm not really that kind of bought into. And so that I'm selling those to then buy other cards that I'm much more interested in. Or in some cases, just using that money to save up to then buy another pack when it comes out. So kind of cool thing there. And then this is your account information, my profile, my wallet, and then just information. What is it about it? So this is mine. It's called The Future. This is my recent showcase. I only have two things in it. It's Cole Anthony and LaMelo Ball. But it's kind of a cool way to kind of show off the cards that you have that you really like, and that you're sort of proud of, I guess, or that's a weird language, but that you're pretty happy about. Yeah, okay. Page unresponsive. Fantastic. Oh, man. Let's try packs. Let's see if that'll do it. So I haven't really had a ton of problems in terms of things that are preventing me from actually accomplishing what I want. It's hilarious. Oh, it doesn't look, it's not popping up on the stream. I'm getting a window that's popping up and it's saying page unresponsive. Wait for it to become responsive or exit the page. So I'm going to keep waiting and see what happens here. I'm going to try going back to maybe the main page, see if that solves it. Doesn't. Oh, okay. I think we did. I think we bailed. We bailed out. That's good. So this is The Future showcase. So you can see the two cards that I have. And then let me go back to my packs. So my profile. What I was going to say, it's beta. So I haven't had any catastrophic failures because of that, but I have noticed it. It has been, I don't know, not perfect. I will say I'm remarkably surprised at how well this works on your mobile phone. I've used this on my iPhone because packs will drop when I'm not at my computer, and it's been nails. So no issues there. I really hope I'm going to be able to open this pack because I think that's going to be a fun element. It looks like that's where things are starting to hang, is when I get to the packs portion. Got my issue again. Well, maybe that won't be a part of what we're doing here. Let me try this. Close that window. Doesn't make any sense that this would be the difference, but let's see. Trying to see if there's another way to get to packs. Oh, okay. So under collection, you can go to my packs. Yes, we did it. All right, let's open it up. It's a real fun experience. Okay, let's see what we got here. They have sweet music playing too. I can't hear it because I don't have my headphones on, but there you go. All right, let's see what we got. common. Ooh, Kyrie Irving. Okay. Not mad about that. Pretty sweet play. Pretty typical Kyrie. Nice. So what's interesting is this is a really good player, but that doesn't mean that this card is going to be worth very much. So that's what's fascinating to me about all this. I guess it's no different than normal cards, but ooh, we got a Gordon Hayward dunk. Okay. All right. Nice. Take that. Okay, so here you can see I'm under 10,000, so I'm 9,568 on the serial number. Not the end of the world there. It's decent. Okay, and then let's see. Hopefully we get something. What's this one? This is 11,000. Let's see if we get these are good players. I'm excited about that. What's this guy? Oh dang, that's a long 3. That's pretty fun. Man. Okay, so here's another, serial number 26,272. Cool. So there's my 3. Okay, so those are added to my thing, my collection. And then you could see here, this is the base set. I have 6 out of 434 cards, and so if I want to try to collect all of Series 2, then I have a sense of what I need to do. I got 434 cards that I got to collect. So let me do this. I'm going to bounce out of here, and I'm going to go back to my moments. Let's check out Kyrie Irving right here. And then immediately now I can go. I mean, you saw how quickly I just did this. Now I can go and place this for sale. So let's go lowest ask, which is basically going to be your cheapest price. So we're already down to $7 on Kyrie Irving. So I can do one of two things. I can hold it and think it's going to go up, or I can jump on this right now and hope that I can get 7, and then under the anticipation that these cards are going to continue to go lower. So my pack was $9. So if I can get 7 for it already, whew, I mean, that's pretty good. I don't have any particular, I don't know. I'm more intrigued by Gordon Hayward than I'm anybody else because he's on the Hornets, and that's the team that I'm declaring my affinity for. Let's see what we got here. Ascending. Oh my gosh! See, he's already at $5. So it doesn't make any sense for me, in my opinion, to sell him right now if I don't need cash. Look at all these are $5. That's crazy. So here's an idea that I've been having. Let's see if there's any low serial numbers in this $5 range. So one of the things I've been playing around with is buying. So this one's 7,200. So buying a lower serial. I mean, I don't know if that matters. It's an idea. Okay, so there's one in the 7,000s. That's probably going to be our lowest. Oh, here we go. 76, 72. Ooh, 5. Okay, so 55.36. What's mine? Mine is 10. Yeah, so I can get, a much lower serial. I don't know if that matters at all. So I could buy it and sell it and then basically pay the commission or, pay the fee in between. Let's see this guy. I don't think he's going to be, I think Kyrie's going to be my most valuable card right now. Place for sale. Pricing helper, lowest. Oh my word, $3. That's crazy. So we're at the point now where a pack almost doesn't pay for itself, which is super interesting because in the beginning of this, people were opening packs and essentially when I started, what did I do? I turned my first pack that was $14 and I got 4 moments. One of them was a cool cat and then the rest were normal cards. I turned my $14 investment into $76 just by selling the cards I got in the pack. And then I did it again, and then I did it, and so that helped me kind of build up an amount of money that I could begin investing in cards again. So at this point, if I sell my Kyrie, if I sell everything, I'm going to be a little over my total, but not a ton. So that's super interesting to see, to start seeing, be the case. So there you go. That's Top Shot. The one thing I would encourage you to pay attention to is if you're going to try to do some of these challenges under the event challenges, just be aware that it's going to cost you a good amount of money. So what I started doing is I started listing out all of the different Top Shots that I was considering or that were necessary for an active challenge. and then I would total up how much they cost. So in one case, it was about, I think it was $370 to buy all of the moments needed in order to get that one, the kind of special one that you only get by accomplishing that challenge. And so after the event challenge is over, they're not as desirable. And so the cost of all of them dropped probably by 75%. And so that's the reason I sold my Caruso, is I actually plan on buying it back for a fraction of what I sold it for. But what you have to factor in is, let's say you get a moment that's pretty rare. So it was a Russell Westbrook Cool Cat. I mean, it's only selling for like $250, I think, the last time I checked. Let me double check, because if you're going to be doing this to get the card, that's great. You do your thing, man. Like no issue at all with that. If you are doing this to try to make money, you have to understand that the fluctuation of these moments is pretty dramatic. Oh, it's not responding again. So yeah, it's definitely beta. I think while yes, it's beta, it's getting hammered right now because the packs are still being distributed. So, but yeah, just be attentive to the fact that if you're trying to do this to make money, you're going to have to keep track of the fact that the values are so variable right now. You don't know what you're going to get. And so don't jump in unless you've done the math and unless you have a pretty good guess of where you think things are going to be going. And then, obviously good luck to you. Hopefully you get a sweet card with either a low serial or a real valuable drop. And so far it's been a ton of fun. So if this is something you're interested in getting into because you like basketball or because you're interested in NFTs and the potential of it, I think it's a blast to play around with and learn and get to know. One last thing that I want to tell you, because this was sort of news to me. Originally I was like, I'll make some quick cash and then I'll bounce. It's actually really hard to get your money out of Dapper right now, which again is their wallet. A part of that is because they're in beta. A part of that is because like everybody and their brother wants to get this, to get the money out. And so it's just really hard. So whatever you put in to Top Shot right now, consider it living in Top Shot for a while. The other thing to keep in mind is, at least when I was reading, the fee to withdraw is 25%. So that means if you put in $75, you turn that into $100, and then you withdraw, you're going to be back to $75. So just keep in mind that it's a pretty steep hit on withdrawals. Now, I don't know if that'll change over time. All that stuff I'm assuming is going to get maybe evaluated at some point by Top Shot. But I mean, hey, if they're making money, they're making money. There's no real reason for them to stop making money just because more people are using it. If anything, it's like, yeah, keep doing that. So just know that going in, that if you are going to drop money and put it into the system, it's going to be there for a while, and that's fine. Just work it in that system and don't expect to be able to bounce real quick. This isn't a speculative investment like some of the cryptocurrencies where you want to get in, be in it for, days, hours, weeks, whatever, and then bounce. You don't have that flexibility here. Now, what you can do is you can buy a card, sell a card, and then leave the money in Dapper, but you're not going to be able to pull it out. So just be aware of that as you walk in. That was a surprise to me. I was a little bit concerned when I first realized that. I was like, oh, okay. I was actually considering putting in a decent amount of money to try to get some of these rarer cards. And that actually kind of turned me off of it, which was really helpful. And really the reason I wanted to do this video is because I actually learned a lot in that process that maybe I wasn't valuing the cards as correctly as I thought I was. And so, slow it down a little bit, but hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'm by no means the premier expert of Top Shots, but I have learned quite a bit over the last, month or so. And so hopefully that's helpful for you if you want to jump in and start collecting. If you do, let me know. You've seen my username here. It's mcurtis_co. Yeah, I mean, hit me up. I'd love to connect, see your collection, show me even link your showcase down there in the comments. It'd be pretty sweet.